Yeah, I didn't really realize how many people loved her like I did until after she died. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And do you remember the first time that you first met her ever?
The first time I met her was at a basketball game, but I didn't pay too much attention to her. You know, she was in her baggy stuff, and I didn't, she was cool, but we just had a pass in the passing kind of thing. She's like a little girl to me at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I
That
met
makes
her at
sense.
then I ran into her at my accountant's at the time. We shared the same bookkeepers or money managers, and I didn't even recognize her as Aaliyah. I just was like, "Who's that?" And then then I started to put pressure.
Right. Yeah. Was there like a moment where you're like, okay, this girl, there's something special about her. I need to make this happen.
Well, there was always you always knew she was special. My intent was never, my rule of thumb is not to fall in love with actresses or singers, because they always have to be up in some other dude's face for business, you know.
Right.
So I never, my intention wasn't to fall in love with her. I literally fell in love with her. So, when that happened was we started hanging out. We had friends in common, and she came to the Hamptons to hang out with us. And it was funny because, on a separate occasion or in a different way, someone else that was close to me was trying to get at her. And I was trying to get at her. So it was like, and we were all in the same house. And we just had a great weekend. And we just ended up really connecting as friends. It was like a slumber party that we never wanted to end. And, it was like after the Hamptons, we just kept hanging out. Kept hanging out. And then we were just like, oh, we're in love.
Wow. And what do you think it was about you that really drew her to you and made you kind of want to go for you instead of that old guy?
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's probably a silly question, but
I mean, I always knew I was the coolest guy in the world because it validated me because she thought I was the coolest guy in the world.
yeah.
So her being the coolest female on the planet, recognizing me as the coolest male on the planet, and a lot of people were putting in their applications that you would think are cool. I think we just had a very serious swag in common, but also there was this thing where we saw things that other people didn't. We laughed at stuff that a lot didn't. We were always in our own little world. It wasn't what people would think. And our spiritual connection was probably a lot different than people would think too.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, you talked about not wanting to really go for actresses or people in the spotlight because they had to deal with these men who are kind of, putting pressure on them. Did you feel like you had to be a protector for her when you started getting serious?
Every now and again,
Mm-hmm.
what comes with it. But you just again when two people have careers that are on full tilt, they don't get to spend that much time together unless their careers are in the same exact business. So that's why moving forward in my relationships, I always would be in business with the person I'm with so that we could be together all day. You know what I mean? So, she always had to be on the road or shooting a video or rehearsing or 4 months to shoot a movie. I always had other things to do, whether I was shooting movies or making music or, we always had different things in different places. I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship where our businesses take us and our dreams, make it where we're not together a lot. Being with an artist means you're being with someone that's on the road 200 days out the year. That's 200 days you're going to miss them. So that's why now that I can control my environment and architect the way I move forward, every relationship I've had, my girl's been my partner.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be the best way because if you're not together, it's like how can you build that strong relationship,
It's just, what is the relationship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to be in a relationship so I could be with you every day, all day. When I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm obsessive compulsive. And I always wanted to be with her, and every second I wasn't, it was painful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
again, even down to, the way she passed, you know, it was a situation where I was like, I wouldn't do it if I was you. And, you know, the business is what brought it down.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember that moment? It must have been so tough when you got the news that the plane had crashed.
Yeah, but it ain't nothing I want to relive right
I
now.
know. No, I'm sure it's got to be tough.
I mean, it's 20 years later, you know. I was getting my hair cut. I was waiting for her to come back. I was literally getting a haircut for her.
No, I'm so sorry. It's even 20 years later, I feel like it's got to be tough. Like you said, the love doesn't go away. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. When you start revisiting shit, it's definitely probably going to open up some doors, yeah.
And are there things like today, like, or just that are around your house, or things that you see that just kind of remind you of her, or remind you of like certain memories?
Yeah, every day. She gave me this painting right here. Not a painting, a picture, Andy Warhol. So I always keep that somewhere where I can see it. She gave that to me for my birthday. Because she know how much I love art.
Oh, that's so special. And so cool that you have that reminder. And you know, before that, I think I saw that you had talked about getting married. Is that right? Is that how you kind of saw your futures going?
Well, our thing was we had never got to spend a long period of time with each other. So it was like after she did one thing and I did another, we were like, let's just hang out for like a couple of months straight and let's see. And if that works out, then we were talking about moving forward. But yeah, the way we were in love, that was really what the trajectory of that relationship was looking like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously she had been through a lot when she was young with R. Kelly and all of that. How were you just kind of there for her as she processed that? And then how did that affect you? Because I know it must have been tough for you to hear that.
She didn't like to talk about it, you know, and the people that were involved, because like I had associates that were in business with them, I have to ask her, how do you want me to carry these things? And she'd be like, don't bring it up, just don't be in no pictures with homeboy, you know, but don't ruffle no feathers, because I don't want to bring no awareness. I just want to forget about it. But you know, she could never really get into full detail because she knows how I would react.
Which is understandable. I think anybody would be pretty.
She wanted to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what do you just kind of wish people knew about her?
That they don't know.
Yeah, that maybe they don't know.
You know, the things that people don't know, I'm cool with that. But I thought she gave a pretty, you know, a good, like what she projected to the world was pretty honest of who she was, and it wasn't anything where anyone had any misconceptions about her. They all knew she was sweet, beautiful, intelligent, worldly. What I wish is I'd love to have seen, you know, it was like her relationship, I mean, her career, even though it seemed like it was at its biggest, it was just starting based on the things that she had planned. So, and then also the direction of her music, you know, I was really curious to see how that was going to roll out.
Yeah, no, definitely. It would have been interesting to see where her career would have gone.
She would have ran the world.
Yeah, she would have been like superstar status these days.
I mean, she was superstar status those days. So you can imagine what she'd have been these days, because she had a lot of cool things going on. And she was very worldly, you know. That's another thing that we had in common, is people sometimes think because of the music I was doing, I was more urban or only urban, and she was very into how much I was, how well versed I was on a lot of different kinds of like art and things like that. It wasn't just hood shit.
Were you both big Warhol fans?
We were big. We like art, but I like art, and I had seen this someplace, and my uncle, we called him the Chief, so I always liked the Chiefs. So you know, she just knew I wanted that piece. So I was gonna come back and buy it. Thank you. I was gonna come back and buy it, but she bought it already.
Yeah, no, that's so special. And then do you have just like an all-time favorite memory of her and the time that you spent together?
Every memory.
Hard to pick one.
I don't have one. Every memory was my favorite. Just couldn't be just one, you know? Yeah, it was too much fun.
Yeah. Well, in this piece, is there anything you just kind of want to make sure that we get across? Because you were missing me first. I just want to make sure that we're, painting the full scope of the amazing person that she was.
You know, she was the coolest. It wasn't a facade. She was the coolest, period. And I still, besides my girl now, who's a different kind of cool, but as cool, but a different kind. But I've never seen anyone that was going to affect the world like she did with the swag. And also so nice. And, despite the fact that she went through a lot of, still very innocent and not jaded. No, it wasn't like no dark shit. We never even had an argument. We had like one argument. It was about, us being ready to tell each other we love each other. And then it was like, all right, we love each other. But it wasn't even a real argument. We just never argued. I never had an argument with her.
Mm-hmm. No, that's special.
Like, wasn't no dark moments. You know what I mean? It was like, there wasn't no undercover, like, she wasn't like an undercover ass. None of that. She was just sweet every day, all day. But she had boundaries, and she was very intelligent.
Yeah, and strength, you can see.
Very loyal to her family, too.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Is there anything else that we should kind of be on the lookout from you two in the coming months? I know that you have your Damon Studios and exciting stuff coming out.
Yeah. I'm about to do an NFT that's pretty heavy. And a lot of stuff in the art world. A lot of movies, books, television networks, television series, fashion. I'm always evolving. And, what's sort of always different about me is I do everything on my own and independent. So there's always a creative way I do things, But I'm enjoying being an artist, a rock star, actually in a rock group. I'm enjoying that.
Nice. And how has this just past year been for you? Has it been kind of strange with all the COVID stuff and now everything's getting back to normal? How is the whole experience?
Baby Desco? Well, for me, I live in a bubble anyway. Mm-hmm. And, last year around this time, the girl I'm with now, Raquel, we actually lost a baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but this year, meaning, at 7.5 months, and now we have a baby. So while, COVID was going on, we did IVF, and we were able to really just relax and, have a great pregnancy. And then when he was born, we've been able to just relax as well. It's like, this, for me, was the perfect time for COVID. So I had a baby during COVID and raised, an infant. So it's been great for me, really, to be honest. I mean, I lost people that I love. I did. And I felt bad for the people that were going through it. But in my immediate circle, we were good. And this is what I made during COVID.
He's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. My gosh.
My COVID baby.
Hi.
So, I always try to find the light in the dark,
Yeah.
And this was the light in that dark. There's always some good when some bad is going on.
Yeah.
But you just got to find it. So, nothing's better than this.
Oh, no, babies are the best for that. They really kind of bring the best out in life because they're just so happy and innocent and so cute.
Yeah, he's the best.
Oh, I love that you were able to spend time with him at home during this year.
Yeah, I love that I get to this is my fifth child. It's the first one I get to wake up with and go to sleep with, and I don't have to fight to see. And, and I'm with the moms, and the mom isn't against me. And I've never gone through that. So this is the first one. So this is what happiness is. This is what wealth is. And I suggest everyone find this happiness or this happy place.
Yeah. How did it kind of bring you and your partner closer together, spending all this time at home? Because I know it's kind of hard being home, but then it's nice, so.
Well, I got a pretty decent crib, and I stay very creative wherever I'm at. So we basically worked every day. We had our little COVID circle, But yeah. We made movies, we made documentaries, we made books. Matter of fact, here, hey, Where's Maria? I'll show you.
So cute.
Yeah, I'll show you. Look at this. Number one, Rocky wrote a book. That's my girl. But she wrote the kids' book, but it's on the wall. Right here. See? Justin goes to space.
Oh wow, my gosh.
Yeah.
How cool is it all laid out like that?
Well, you know, that's what we do. This is my storyboard for my next movie. You know, we made magazines, we shot films. During COVID, we did a magazine. Hey, look, you want to see the magazine? We did a magazine. Did a magazine. Yeah. So all that stuff was coming out. I just wanted to wait till the world opened back up so I could be able to promote it properly and go outside and give it what it deserves. But we did a lot over COVID. Made a baby, made a magazine, made books, made movies, made docs, you know, did a lot.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You did a lot over quarantine. I'm like, what did I do? Not much.
Should have come hung out with us.
Yeah. No, but I'm so glad I got to hear about
We
all
did
that.
fashion, you see this?
Oh, wow.
This is my group, the Black Guns.
Uh-huh.
That's our logo, some merch, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
She ain't got nothing on her. She got socks. Yeah, we do a lot. We're very creative people. I think that's what the connection also was with Aaliyah and I, is that very creative. So I always have to I gotta get it done.
Yeah.
I have
Have
to
you
have
always
something.
been like that ever since you were like a kid even? Where you're like, I have an idea, I gotta do it?
I feel like, yeah, you know, Rockefeller was an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z, Kanye, all that, you know, I was young back then. And I'm 50 now.
Mm-hmm.
But 20 years ago, I was 30. Wow. And I'd already done a bunch. I was 30 when she died. It's been 20 years.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
I was only 30 years old. That's
Wow.
crazy. It was the year I made Paid in Full. That was the year she was making her movie. Because she was away. That's crazy.
Yeah, it must be crazy for you just to look back, even on your own career, and just seeing how far you've come and to where you are now, having this family, having all these businesses. It must be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that, you know, in life, tragedies happen. The messed up thing about life is you die. Everyone does. And everyone feels pain. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not. You can't, there's no one that's going through life without tragedy. And, you know, it's not really tragedy because it's normal. You know what I mean? You just, how you deal with it. But in between the things I can't control, like death, I've had a ball every single second. And when I reflect, I'm like, damn, I can't believe I'm 50 because I don't feel 50. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having so much fun. I remember when I was 30, 50 sounded like you're going to be cooked when you're 50. The girls might not like you anymore when you're 50. You know? None of that's happened. And it seems like, and you're not tired. There's just more things that inspire me. And there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of fun things.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to know what your dreams are so when they happen, you understand how to live it. Do you dream?
Mm-hmm.
What's your dream?
My dream?
And don't say for the world to be peaceful and all that. A selfish dream.
My selfish dream? I would love to eventually be an editor of People. That's like
Your dream is to be the editor of someone else's magazine? Let me help you
a
dream.
magazine, I guess.
That would be a dream. See?
Yeah.
You haven't even dreamed yet. Let me give
Yeah.
you a trick. Let me walk you to my bathroom. Here, look. So you have to know your
Sorry, baby.
You have to be able to visualize your dream so that it can manifest itself. You can think about it for more than a minute and a half. It definitely becomes a manifestation. So I always put all my dreams on what I call a vision board, and I look at them every day because that's what keeps me going with my dreams. So look, this is my toilet. Please excuse the Versace robes all over my bathroom. It's not on purpose. It just happens. But anyway, in my toilet, See the dream, the vision board?
In my toilet.
Oh wow.
It's right there.
Yeah, I see it.
All type of. So the secret is to always dream. You have to have one, and don't dream small. If you're dreaming about working for somebody, I want you to dream about being the boss. So that was the thing. Always dream.
No, it's good advice. Yeah. No, it is good advice.
Good.
I've been talking to a lot of people, I feel like, in interviews about manifestation, and so I've been trying to like read more about that. And
You don't read about it, think about it. Okay, so let me help you. What does it look like in your dream that we just established? Because you don't want to work for nobody. What does it look like when you have your own magazine?
I guess
Also, where are you living once you have your own magazine? What car are you driving? Where are you going on vacation? What clothes are you wearing? Your dreams have to be very specific.
yeah.
And don't dream small. Or else don't dream at all. A cheap dream makes no sense because they don't cost $1.
Yeah, it's true. It's all things I have to think about, and I feel like the more that you visualize it, the more that you have a chance for making it happen. Yeah.
Now think about it. These questions make you a little uncomfortable, or because you don't have direct answers. Think about the rest of the world. No one dreams,
Yeah.
and that's a shame. And that's what's different between me and the people I surround myself with. Because if you can't dream, you can't be around me. Because I'm always working on my dream, and you can't help me work on my dream if you don't know how to work on your own.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. No, I know. It's good advice. I need to think about this.
I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. No, it's definitely good advice, and we're all going through work and all this stuff, so it's good to have goals and specific dreams in mind to move forward.
And don't be
because-
scared.
Yeah,
Fear is the dream killer. That's what makes people stop dreaming, because they find reasons not to make their dream. In the dream, it comes true. There's no reasons for it not to. Can't dream about a Rolls Royce and be worried about the gas in it.
it's,
Dream
I know.
big. Dream really big.
I know sometimes I feel like I hold myself back because I don't want to like speak up or just say what I want, but it's something I'm trying to work on specifically. Just to, if I don't say what I want, I'm never going to get it. So might as well say it.
Say it. Put it on a vision board. And you'll find that other people that have similar dreams will help you get to yours, because you're going to help them get to theirs.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. Yeah. Emily is one of them. I love Emily.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she's the best.
How you know Emily?
Huh?
How you
do I
know?
know her?
Yeah.
So we started out as reporters, just at like on carpets together, and that's how we met.
How'd you get with people?
I started interning there when I was at USC, and I loved it, and then stayed, and I've been there 5 years since I started interning. So
How are you dealing with the magazine business? You found different ways. Digital's helping, is working?
yeah, it's been good. It's been really busy. We have the digital and then the print side, and so I do more print stuff, but I'm always helping out with whatever.
Oh, is
I
this
can.
going to be in print?
Yeah, mostly print.
No, is this interview going to be in print?
Yeah, this is going to be in print.
Make sure you use a good picture of us.
Yes, I will, definitely.
If you need some,
I'll
let me
send
know.
them a link. Yeah, if there's any you have in mind or want to send along, just let us know, because we could definitely like look at those, and I'll send it to my photo editors.
Cool. Well, let me know what you need. I got pictures galore.
Cool. Okay, cool. No, that's great. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be a good tribute to her, and just kind of, remember her.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I got to go to storage. I got a lot of pictures that no one saw.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for taking the time. I loved getting to see your home and your vision board and your beautiful baby. I'm so happy for you.
I always wondered, how come I haven't been on the cover for Sexiest Man Alive yet?
Hey, I'll put in a good word for you.
Y'all doing the world a disjustice. All right. Well, it's y'all put John Legend on this. That's
I will vouch for you for sure.
All right, let me know.
All right, yes, I'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Look forward to it.
Thanks, and thanks for the advice. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Come
Thank
check me.
you.
Later, Emily.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.